So when I moved to Sweden, I thought summer would be normal. You know, sunshine, sandals, beach day, every single day. I was so wrong. Instead, now I find myself wearing a dress at 15 degrees. Yes, I know. And I'm still smiling while freezing my ass off because, you know, when the calendar says it's summer, period. Hello friend, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Robi, a Tanzanian living in Sweden, and on this channel I make the kind of videos I wished someone made when I first moved here 10 years ago. Today, let's talk about 5 weird things the Swedes do in summer and how, despite my better judgment, I now do them too. Because you know what they say, if you can't beat them, join them. But let's get to the video, shall we? So the first thing has to do with the sun. Now, if you've never lived in Sweden, let me explain. The sun is a big deal here because the sun in Sweden is about as reliable as the Swedish trains on a snowy day. It's rare, unpredictable, and guaranteed to be cancelled when you need it the most. I tell you, almost 90% of the year is grey here. It's cold and rainy. It's like being in one of those depressing movies with aliens and stuff, you know, like the one that Will Smith made. I forgot the name. So guess what happens when there is even a slight hit of sunlight? All the Swedes are out in their gardens or balconies, sipping their coffee while getting solar powered. At first, I never got it. I was like, it's 12 degrees. Why are people outside in t-shirts? And you know, living in Tanzania, I used to avoid the sun like a plug because it burns. But now I see a sunbeam and my body just levitates toward it. I don't even remember standing up because here's the thing, it could vanish in any second. One moment it's sunshine and birds, next it's cloudy, windy and rainy. Suddenly you start questioning your life choices in a jacket and tell yourself, I should have just gone for that walk. This is why when the sun shows up here in Sweden, we treat it like a rare visitor from a far, far away land. We don't waste time. We go outside and grill and have a fika because in Sweden, you enjoy the sun while it lasts. Second, let's talk about the great disappearance in the month of July, up to August, let's say. So in Sweden, July is not just another month. It's sacred. It's the time of the year where everyone vanishes into the forest for 4 weeks of berry picking, swimming in the lakes or the sea, and absolutely no emails. Cities go quiet, roads are completely empty, and offices totally deserted. Even the buses run with this energy of lazy Sunday, you know, and the trains too, if you're taking the trains. And when you send an email, don't be surprised to get an out of office like this. Out of office picking berries at my summer cottage back in 5 weeks. And they mean it. No follow-ups, no sneaky checking of emails, nada. At first, when I experienced this in my first job, I was so shocked. I couldn't imagine that everything will fall asleep during summer. Actually, let me tell you a story. My very first job in Sweden, I was interviewed around end of June. And then when I got the job, they asked me to start mid-August because everyone was going on vacation. I was like, say what? I'm missing out on a whole month of salary. Hello, I can start today. And for me, first year at the work, I couldn't take 4 weeks off. I was used to 2 weeks block leave. So I didn't really know what I was gonna do with my life for 4 weeks. But the following year, I tried it and I never went back. Now comes July, I am totally sending out of office that says, hey, I'm on vacation, I will respond in 4 weeks, or never. Quick tip, if you're looking for a job or a business deal in Sweden, don't even expect any response in July. You're welcome. Now let's go to the next point. It gotta be strawberries obsession. So, you know, technically, you can buy strawberries all year round in Sweden. You know, the ones that are grown in greenhouses. But let me tell you, they are bitter, watery, and honestly not very strawberry. But then comes June and Swedish strawberries arrive in their full glorious red glow. And people lose their minds, including me, of course. Strawberries in Swedish summer are like mangoes in December back home in Tanzania. If you know, you know. They are ripe, juicy, sweet, nostalgic, irresistible. Oh, now I want a mango. They are not just a fruit, they are a season, a personality, a national obsession. And now I understand why. You drive anywhere in the suburbs and you will see all these little signs. Freshly picked strawberries. I usually slam the brakes without even thinking. So irresistible. And trust me, once you taste the real Swedish summer strawberries, you will never buy off-season bitter kind again. I personally wait for June like a strawberry stalker because, trust me, it's all worth it. I even planted my own strawberries in my garden. But let me tell you, the snails are faster at harvesting them than I am. By the way, if you're enjoying this video so far, remember to hit that subscribe button. It will really help my channel to grow. Thank you very much. Up next, let's talk about wearing summer clothes at 15 degrees because June. So, after living here in Sweden for 10 years, I've learned something hilarious. When June comes, the Swedes instantly ditch their heavy coats, no matter what the thermometer says. You will see people out in t-shirts, shirts and dresses with no stockings, even when it's 15 degrees. Basically, summer mode activated. Meanwhile, if you're new in town, you will be easy to spot. You are probably still wrapped up in your puffy jacket, scarf, and a hat like it's still February, you know. I know this because I was that person, so yeah, it will get better. And I was really freezing my ass off. But now, when June comes, bring it on, baby. I'm totally in with the seasons. Even if it's 12 degrees, I'm out there in a dress and my light summer coat pretending I'm warm. Or let's just say I have mastered the art of Swedish layering because in Sweden, summer isn't a temperature, it's a state of mind. And remember, the wise Viking once said, there is no such thing as bad weather, only bad clothes. Now, the last but never the least, let's talk about crayfish parties in Sweden. So you wear a bib, you eat these tiny lobster looking things, you sing songs that feel suspiciously like drinking chants, and then you drink your schnapps. I don't know who decided this was summer fun, but here we are. Now, let me tell you a little secret. I've actually never been to a crayfish party. Shh, don't tell anyone. It's probably my ancestors protecting me from food poisoning and a bad hangover, you know. But I have tasted crayfish at some party with snaps and, you know, these drunken sing-alongs. It wasn't just officially a crayfish party, so maybe that only counts as a pre-party, right? Honestly, I am thinking of starting a new tradition back home. Lobster parties in Dar es Salaam, where I come from. You know, the real deal. They are big, juicy, delicious lobsters. And before you start judging me in the comments, let me tell you, lobsters are not that expensive in Dar es Salaam, which actually reminds me of a lobster story back when I used to live in and work in Tanzania. So I used to work in an international bank, and one time our matrix manager based in England came to visit. So we had workshops the whole day and then went for dinner at this fancy restaurant. One of my colleagues ordered a lobster. The manager was so shocked and pissed, and he was like, he ordered a freaking lobster, in a British accent, of course. But everyone was just sitting there like, bro, that's just another fish, you know. Anyway, back to crayfish parties. Where were we again? Oh yes, invite me to one. I will totally come. Yeah, but it gotta be in the south, you know. And I must say, I am obsessed with napkins, you know, those little hats, the bibs. Whenever I see them at ICA, I'm like, when am I gonna attend a real crayfish party? So yeah, here I am. Swedish summer really changed me. I used to be a normal person, but now I panic when it's cloudy in July, like today, you know. I prefer to sit in the sunny side and not the shade. Oh my God. And I say things like, what a lovely day today when it's 15 degrees outside. Gosh, have I become one of them? Now it's your turn. What weird summer habits have I missed or you do with your people? Drop them below so I can judge you. I promise you it will be lovingly and very globally. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, remember to hit the like button and subscribe for more videos like this about life in Sweden in the eyes of a foreigner. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in my next one, which is going to be right there. Just click that. Okay. Hej då!